top 10 celebrities who left fame behind. At number 10, Daniel Day-Lewis is known for his intense method acting and taking extended breaks between films, like the 5-year gap between Lincoln and Phantom Thread. Day-Lewis is celebrated for his dedication to his roles, often immersing himself completely in his characters. In June 2017, Day-Lewis announced his retirement from acting, wanting to explore the world in a different way. He has kept a low profile since, residing in Ireland with his family and focusing on personal interests, such as woodworking and shoemaking. Despite his departure from acting, Day-Lewis remains a beloved figure in cinema, with many fans hoping for his return to the screen. Number 9 is Dylan Sprouse, one half of the Sprouse twins famous for their roles in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. While Cole continued acting and landed a prominent role on Riverdale, Dylan took a radically different path. After graduating from New York University's Gallatin School of Individualized Study, where he studied video game design, Dylan ventured into the world of entrepreneurship. In 2018, he opened All Wise Meadery in Brooklyn, New York, where he crafts and sells mead, a type of alcoholic beverage made from honey. Despite his business ventures, Dylan hasn't completely abandoned acting. He has taken on smaller, more intimate projects, enjoying the creative freedom that comes with them. At number 8, Freddie Prinze Jr. was a ubiquitous presence in the late 90s and early 2000s, starring in hits like I Know What You Did Last Summer, She's All That, and Scooby-Doo. However, after a series of less successful films and TV shows, Prinze transitioned to voice work, an industry he has remained in ever since. You may have heard his voice in video games like Mass Effect 3 Inches, or as Kanan Jarrus in the animated series Star Wars Rebels. Aside from voice acting, Prinze has focused on other fields, including writing a cookbook with Rachel Wharton and working behind the scenes as a producer and director for the WWE. His multifaceted career showcases his versatility and passion for different forms of entertainment. Number 7 is Jack Gleeson, best known for playing the despised King Joffrey Baratheon on Game of Thrones. Gleeson's portrayal of the sadistic young king earned him critical acclaim and a significant amount of attention. After Game of Thrones, Gleeson announced his retirement from acting, explaining that he had stopped enjoying it and didn't want to turn it into a lifelong career. He subsequently studied theology and philosophy at Trinity College Dublin, where he graduated in 2015. In recent years, Gleeson has returned to the screen in smaller, more muted roles, preferring the privacy and peace that comes with them. At number 6, Mara Wilson is best known for her roles in beloved 90s films like Mrs. Doubtfire and Matilda. As a child actress, Wilson captured hearts with her endearing performances and natural talent. However, Wilson quickly grew disillusioned with the prospect of acting and the fame that came with it. In a 2012 blog post, Wilson addressed the various reasons for her early retirement, including the lack of creative freedom, the ridiculous celebrity aspect, and the dehumanizing audition process. Since leaving acting, she has focused on writing, publishing a memoir titled Where Am I Now?, and lending her voice to animated series and podcasts. Wilson continues to be a strong advocate for mental health and creative expression. Number 5 is Gene Hackman, a legendary actor whose career spans several decades with iconic roles in films like The French Connection, Superman, and Unforgiven. Despite his immense success, Hackman is notoriously private and rarely gives interviews. In a rare 2004 interview with Larry King, Hackman announced his retirement from acting, stating that he was done with Hollywood. Since then, Hackman has focused on writing, publishing several novels, including Payback at Morning Peak and Pursuit. Living a quiet life in New Mexico, Hackman remains a revered figure in cinema, with fans cherishing his contributions to the film industry. At number 4, Rick Moranis first found fame with the Canadian sketch comedy series Second City Television, before transitioning to major Hollywood productions like Ghostbusters and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. In 1991, his wife passed away, leaving him to raise their 2 young children alone. Moranis made the difficult decision to step away from his thriving career to focus on his family. Although he has been absent from live-action films, Moranis has lent his voice to animated projects and recently appeared alongside Ryan Reynolds in an ad for Mint Mobile. He is set to reprise his role as Wayne Selinsky in the upcoming sequel, Shrunk, much to the delight of fans who have missed him on screen. Number 3 is Frankie Muniz, who earned incredible popularity throughout the 2000s for his titular role on Malcolm in the Middle. Muniz also ventured into film with movies like Big Fat Liar and Agent Cody Banks. Shortly after Malcolm wrapped in 2006, Moranis announced his retirement from acting to pursue other interests. He ventured into race car driving, performing music, and managing a band called Astro Lasso. In recent years, Moranis has taken it easy with his partner Paige Price, co-managing a specialty olive oil shop in Arizona called Outrageous Olive Oils and Vinegars. Despite his varied pursuits, Moranis remains a beloved figure from the early 2000s, with fans still fondly remembering his work on Malcolm in the Middle. At number 2, Cary Grant was one of the finest leading men in Hollywood history. He could do it all, from suave romantic leads to screwball comedies to the dark and introspective characters of Alfred Hitchcock. Grant eventually retired in 1966 to raise his newborn daughter Jennifer in peace. By then, he had also grown disillusioned with the direction of Hollywood. Believing that the golden age for which he was a major part was ending, he transitioned to business work, becoming a director for both MGM and Fabergé. Grant spent a lot of time traveling to Monaco, where his good friend Grace Kelly, herself retired from film, was literal royalty. Grant's legacy as a Hollywood icon endures, with his films continuing to captivate audiences. And at number 1, Audrey Hepburn, one of the most esteemed leading ladies during the golden age of Hollywood. Hepburn was the first actress in history to win the BAFTA, Golden Globe, and Oscar for the same film, doing so for her role in Roman Holiday. She later starred in acclaimed films like Breakfast at Tiffany's and My Fair Lady. However, Hepburn decided to leave the spotlight in the late 60s to focus on family, giving birth to her second child in 1970. While she never quit acting altogether, Hepburn devoted much of her time to UNICEF, visiting countries like Ethiopia, Turkey, and Vietnam, eventually earning the Presidential Medal of Freedom for her efforts. Hepburn's commitment to humanitarian work and her timeless elegance have solidified her status as a beloved and enduring icon. Who is your favorite celebrity? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.